So really just wanted to do a short, literally a few minutes of video, just for those of you that are volunteering to be part of the prayer response teams for the big story. This is where it's all going to happen. So throughout those evenings, in fact the whole day of Big Story, this whole area is going to be open as it would be for a church meeting on a Sunday. And this is the area where we're going to be inviting people to come and connect with the gospel, with the big story of God. And what I don't want it to be is a sort of a heavy kind of counselling environment. Really, it's an opportunity for me to be able to say at the end of those talks, if you want to find out more, if you prayed the prayer, if you want to become a Christian, if you want to meet someone who can help you to take those first few steps of faith, this is the area where we're going to ask you to go. And I'll probably have my little bridge just sitting there where people can walk over the bridge as a sort of a metaphor, as a sort of a prophetic statement that they are crossing from one place to another place. And in here it will be set up for the cafe as well in a similar way, but there'll be some sofas. John Athill's been coordinating the purchase of 5 or 6 black sofas that are going to be in here, and we'll just soften it a little bit. So we'll have tables, maybe here there'll be a table of Why Jesus booklets. We're not going to have a big bookstore, so I think the issue with that, sometimes it's all about the author, it's about the subject, and I don't really want to create too much sort of heavy duty kind of academia in here. It's really going to be a first steps kind of environment. So we'll have a table with big steps that's running from the Tuesday night that John Groves and I are running, the first Tuesday after Big Story, and then 3 Tuesdays after that will be Big Steps, and we're going to run that in here as well. So we'll get people comfortable with this environment. So there'll be Big Steps cards, there'll be Why Jesus cards on another table, and then it will just be seating, sofas, chairs, tables, that sort of stuff. There'll be a sort of a self-service tea and coffee facility where people can grab a coffee and sit down and chat to those of you that have been volunteering to be part of this team. Also, the hosting team will be supplementing this team, as will me and other people that are around who, you know, if we do see a lot of people respond, which I really hope that we will, we really will be making sure that we've got all hands to the pump in this area at the end of the Big Story evening. So in terms of what you're going to be expecting, I think there will be people coming in here who have prayed with me from the front and are just wanting to take those first steps, as I said, to live in the Christian life. There may be people doing that for the first time. There may be people who will be doing it, you know, who have, you know, lost their faith and are recommitting their lives to Jesus. Or there may be people who just want to sit down, grab a cup of coffee, it's easy for me to say, natural communicator, grabbing a cup of coffee and sitting down and talking through maybe some of the issues that have been raised that particular night around the ladder, the wow, the throne, the themes around my messages. So this is the prayer response area. This is what's going to happen in here over those evenings of the Big Story. And to say thank you so much for those of you who are volunteering to be part of the teams on those evenings.